Hello and welcome to HyperDog Digital. This is Scott, and today we're going to take a look at the Google Pixel Watch. I was able to get one of these right away when they came out. I pre-ordered it and I was very excited because I just haven't found a really good watch to pair with my Android phone, and I was pretty excited because I figured, if any watch is going to work really well with my phone, it's going to be something by Google. And I really enjoy this watch, and let me go ahead and show it to you right here. Here's the watch as it sits on my wrist here. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off though so I can show it to you a little bit better. You can see it's got a nice silicone band on it here, and these bands are not your standard bands. They don't have the little roller in it. You can't go and buy a different band just anywhere else and put it on here. To get these off, there's a little tiny button right here on either side, and if you push that button, they're supposed to pop out. And if you push that button and just slide it over a little bit, the band I mean, then the watch comes off. And you can see there are some connectors in there. Back on here. There we go. It's kind of hard to do when looking through the camera, but so this is the watch itself. Other than that, and you got a little dial on the side which also works as a button, so you can push it to get to your different items here, the different options within the watch. You can use it to scroll through them like so. You can push it to go back to your main screen. You also have another button right here which will take you right to your recent apps, and also holding down this button will bring you up to the assistant. Just to get a better look, there's the other button here, right here on the side. I don't really use that one much. Pretty much everything that I need to do, I do through this button and the little twist. And this lock keeps coming up. It's an option that you can set up to lock your watch when you take it off and charge it or whatever. So kind of a theft prevention kind of thing here. So it does pop up every time you take it off, and then you try and access it again. So I think that's pretty good. On the back, of course, you have your sensors. It's kind of a rounded bottom as well. And that's really about it as far as just the knobs and the buttons and the watch itself. Now to charge it, you do have this charger right here that comes with it. It is magnetic, so it just slaps right on there. So very easy to charge, wireless charging, magnetically connects, very easy to throw on at the end of the night. I really like this watch so far. It's been very responsive. I like the screen. It's very clear, very crisp. It's very easy to see both in daylight and of course at nighttime. There are a lot of options when going through and looking at the different settings that are in here. Of course, you can use it with your accounts and your credit cards, so it ties into Fitbit as well, and you do use that as one of the apps. And we'll take a look at the apps just very quickly once we're done here, because it's pretty standard stuff, nothing too exciting, nothing too different, but a lot of settings. Flashlights, theater mode turns off everything when you're in the movie. And then of course you have these little tiles here, is what they call them, so that you can scroll through and see the different things here that your watch can tell you. Obviously, whether it's what the weather is, your steps, your schedule, your agenda, different exercises that you can jump into. It gives you your heart rate information. It does do sleep tracking. Lots of different options that are set up in there. Now there are two different versions of this. This one is the Wi-Fi one, Bluetooth Wi-Fi one, so it just connects to Bluetooth on your phone and Wi-Fi, so it doesn't you can't make calls with it or connect to the internet without your phone. So once you get outside of your phone's range, you won't be able to use some of the internet functions or anything like that. There is a version where you can put a SIM card in it and you can make calls and all that kind of stuff, and it's separate from your phone. Doesn't need your phone to be connected. I don't specifically need a watch with that function, so I did not get that one. I just got this one. So let's go ahead and take a look at the apps that you can use with it, and just to get a better idea of how that works with the watch. As I've always said, a watch for me is 70% the hardware and 30% the software. So even if you got a really good watch, if the software doesn't go along with it and supplement that, then it kind of drags the watch down, and it's not as useful for me. But I'm very happy with the software as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at that right now.
Okay, so there's really two apps that you're going to use with the Pixel Watch, and that is the Fitbit app and the Pixel Watch app, or just the Watch app. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the Fitbit app, and that's what you see on the screen right now. I think most people are fairly familiar with the Fitbit app and just fitness trackers in general, so I'm not going to go into this too deeply. But as you can see, it does give you some really good information. Obviously, it gives you the pertinent stuff that most people are looking for. It's checking for your steps, your sleep, your stress management, your heart rate, your current weight. If you want to log water and food, you can do that as well. Any type of exercise that you might want to add in there, then you can do that. You can go back to different days and see the information for those specific days, which you're seeing here. And then, of course, you can click on individual items, and it will give you more information on those particular metrics. So it's pretty standard thing. It works really good. Of course, Fitbit is well known as a very good brand for fitness tracking and fitness trackers, and both hardware and software. So this is a really good addition and a really good tool to use with the watch, especially if you are trying to keep track of your fitness and fitness goals and these sort of things. So the second app that you're going to look at is the Watch app. And as you can see, this is it right here, and immediately you can see you're looking at the face of the Pixel Watch, and this is the actual face that is assigned to my watch at this time. It gives you some other information, whether it's connected, what the battery level is, when it was last synced, that kind of information. You can also go in here and look at the watch faces, and these are the watch faces that are currently stored on the watch, so you can quickly change between any of these different watch faces. And then, of course, you can edit any of these by going in here to edit. And when it comes up here, you'll see that it gives you the option to change different colors, to change the layouts, and to change what's in the different slots around on the watch face. You can also add different watch faces. If you don't like the ones that are currently stored in it, there's a few dozen on here that you can go through that you can add. All of these are, of course, also editable. There's not a ton in here currently, but there have already been some that have been added, and it is a list that is growing. So as time goes on, you will find new watch faces in here, and I'm sure there's probably a community out there that might be making homemade ones that you might be able to get on here as well. I haven't really looked into that, but it's almost certainly going to be the case at some point. So that is also something to look out for if you are someone who wants a lot of different watch faces. Going back to the main page, you can also change and add and remove the different tiles. And these are just the different informational screens that you have on the watch as you slide left and right. And then, of course, there are many other settings in here. Notifications, which you can change. You can turn on and off. So if there's a notification that you may want to get on your phone, but you don't want to get on your watch, you can come in here, you can find the app, you can turn off the notifications for that particular app. There's obviously Fitbit. There's watch preferences, which is just, your display, your gestures, privacy information, and system, tips and support. System just gives you, information about the watch, it helps you find it, syncing, versions, updates, reset, that sort of thing. So it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use. I haven't had any problems with either bits of software. Of course, the Fitbit app is really great for health tracking, keeping track of that information. It's known to be good, and it's just as good on this as it is with the uh, branded Fitbit devices. The watch app is really good as far as being able to go in and gives you lots of options, lots of ability to customize your watch, change settings, um, just about anything that you can think of on the watch that you may or may not like or that you may want to change. You have an ability to change through the watch app. So I'm really happy with both of them. They work very well together. They work very well with the watch, and I look forward to using them moving forward.
All right, so that is the software, and that's it. That's the Pixel Watch. Again, I really enjoy this watch. It's been very well performance-wise. It feels good. It's easy to put on. The band fits right. It doesn't bother my wrist at all. It's not too tight, not too loose. It's not annoying as far as the connector on here or just the type of band. There are different types of bands that you can get on Google's website. There's more fabric-y ones, there's leather bands. So there are other options that you have if you don't like the silicone one that comes with it. There is another shorter band that does come with it, so if you got smaller wrists than me, you can put the other band on there and it might fit a little bit better. I've banged this thing around so many times when using it, and the screen is still perfect. So it's very durable so far as that goes. Of course, I've worn it when doing the dishes and washing the kids and washing the dogs and everything else that you can possibly use. Where other than I don't go swimming or anything right now, but you certainly could with this watch. It is rated for that. But I've had no problems with water or anything like that. The only thing that I would really give it a downvote for is the battery life. The battery life on this guy is not fantastic. If you have it set up to show you the watch face, the always on display, so that when you turn your wrist, it automatically turns on, you might make it a day. Maybe. It eats the battery like nobody's business. I have it set up so that to view the watch face, I have to tap the screen. And that seems to work really well for me. It easily gives me a good day and a half, maybe 2 days worth of battery life doing it that way. Not a big deal for me. I'd prefer it to be able to, tilt up and see it that way, but it does work otherwise. I don't have any problems with it. So other than that, the battery life is the only thing that I'd give it a bit of a downvote on. Hopefully they'll do some software updates that might fix that a little bit, or give you a little bit, squeeze a little bit more juice out of the battery. I know sometimes they can do that. We'll see as time goes on. Hopefully that's something that they do. But I really like to watch. Again, it fits very well. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. The screen is very responsive. It works very well. It's easy to see. It's very durable. I like the little twisty dial here on the side. I like the way that it charges with just the wireless charger. So everything else about it, it connects well to my phone. The software is good. I don't have any problems with notifications not coming through or anything like that. Everything about it I absolutely love, save for the battery life. So hopefully they can fix that, like I said, with some software updates or some tweaks here and there. If not, I imagine maybe the next generation will be a little bit better. But for right now, this is definitely my go-to watch right now to tie into my current phone and moving forward. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I would be happy to try and answer them for you. Thanks a lot. Hey, this is Scott for Hyperdog Digital. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos and reviews, be sure to check us out at hyperdogdigital.com. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you know when we put up new content. If there's something you'd like us to review, or you have a product you want to send us for a review, feel free to send us an email at reviews@hyperdogdigital.com. We're also looking for sponsors right now, so if you are interested in being a sponsor for our channel, contact us at sponsor@hyperdogdigital.com. All of our social media links and emails are in the description. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.